What is up, YouTube? I am Eric and you are watching Retro Video Game Pickups. In this video, we are talking about Goodwill and OfferUp joining together to sell you things from the Goodwill thrift stores all around the country. Now, this is something we will talk about more in detail, but I wanted to let you guys know before we jump into this video, please make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification because that will help you be notified when I post videos. So back to the story at hand, we've got Goodwill, and everyone loves to hate on Goodwill. Everyone loves to go to Goodwill to get good games, get good deals, whatever it is. Goodwill probably has it or will have it at some point. Well, now that's maybe not the possibility because they are partnering with OfferUp. Well, what does that mean? That means, at least at this point right now, as the shooting of this video, there is 100 Goodwill locations that will be putting their stuff up on OfferUp. Now, I know things are going to be missed. If it's something small or something not well known, I could see it being missed and not put on OfferUp. But what does that mean for the big item things? That means all those Nikes you always see. That means all those expensive purses. All sorts of expensive stuff, whether it's jewelry, whether it's video game systems, probably anything like that. I could see it going on OfferUp. What does that mean exactly? Well, Goodwill is a thrift store that takes donations in and then sells them to lower income families for the most part. Now, anyone can walk in, but it's mainly aimed towards those people who can't afford new things or people who just can't afford to go out and buy a lot of stuff. So that is one thing that they do well, and I know we could get into the argument about taking donations and their CEO making money. That's not what this video is about, but I want to say that I am kind of disappointed in GameStop because, quite honestly, they take donations, they take stuff for free, and then they sell it and make money off of it. That's okay if you're doing it in the right way. However, they are a non-profit, and I think doing this just kind of should take that away because it seems like they're for profit at that point. So I heard about this and I wanted to let you guys kind of know my thoughts about it. Now, I am not for this. I am kind of disappointed in Goodwill because I love Goodwill. I love to shop there. You guys have probably seen me in a video either going there or talking about pickups or something related to Goodwill. I find stuff there quite recently and quite often, and honestly, I'm kind of disappointed. Now, I've noticed that it was like bigger cities like New York, San Francisco, stuff like that were trying this out. So if you live in a smaller city, I think you kind of have a chance of somewhat doing better off and finding stuff in your Goodwill, but it still sucks for those big cities because that is something that someone donated for you to give to the less fortunate, and here you are selling it online for the top dollar. I think that's shady and it really sucks. But to kind of go into it a little bit more, Goodwill has a few ways you can buy stuff. You can go in store, obviously, and pick stuff in, go through the bins and all that. Well, there's two types of Goodwill stores. There's an actual Goodwill store or the bargain bins where they just dump stuff out in big long bins and you kind of dig through it to find what you want. But then we'll take it a step further past the actual Goodwill store. You've got Goodwill online, which is shopgoodwill.com, I believe, where you can actually buy things that they have decided, hey, this is worth putting online to sell. We'll make more money that way. So they do that way. I don't buy from there because the shipping is astronomical and it is never worth it. Never is a good deal and it always sucks. However, it is there if you're looking for something. Then the last place to look for games, at least, or computer parts is the computer store. Now, I've been to a few of these computer stores and honestly, they're kind of cool. The two that I've gone to have been relatively cheap games or computer parts or computers themselves being sold to the public. So Goodwill does good on that. However, this whole OfferUp thing really sucks because I could see them taking those computer stores and getting rid of them completely and putting all this stuff on OfferUp. And now it'll flood the marketplace, so it may drive some prices down. However, I feel like it just isn't going to be good for Goodwill. They're going to sell all the stuff right away, and then they're just going to be left with junk, and then you may see some good stuff every once in a while. Now, currently, if you go to one of those computer stores, you can usually find something good. I've found a ton of stuff, mostly games. Sometimes I'll find cords or accessories or something like that. But overall, it's been a fun and awesome experience. But with the way that it's going with OfferUp taking over, I am fearful. I am very, very fearful. I think that this is not going to be good for Goodwill. It's definitely not going to be good for those people that donated that stuff because they thought it was going to a better kind of resource, unlike someone who's just going to sell it to get their most money. I feel like that's a problem here, but that's past my kind of judgment, I guess. People say they're a nonprofit. Their CEO makes millions of dollars, so I don't know what you can say about that. But I'm fearful that it's going to just suck for Goodwill all around. People aren't going to want to go to that store and try to dig through what is probably going to be known as garbage. Now, right now, when I go in that Goodwill, I know, hey, there's a possibility of me picking up a game that I don't have, or picking up a system, or picking up shoes, or some lady finding a purse, or books, or clothes, whatever it is, that'll be there, and it's almost untouched. Now, there's possibilities where a manager or someone working there could touch it and hide it and keep it for themselves, but thinking past all that, it's pretty untouched. I can go in there and search through things and see if I want to buy stuff or not. But with this new idea that they're having to not do that and offer it on OfferUp as instead is just going to suck. And I think this is going to become a big problem. Now, I have seen some Goodwills that do kind of auctions or silent bidding up towards the front of the stores. They usually have glass cases and have bids in there, and that's one thing, because you still have to go in the store. You still have to actively go to Goodwill to see this stuff. Whereas if I could sit on my couch and pull out my cell phone and pull up whatever the Goodwill has in San Francisco or New York or whatever it is, they may have something that I don't have that I can get for maybe a good deal, maybe not. But it's also taking away from those people that live in that area. So I've got my mixed feelings towards this. Now, I have used OfferUp a ton, and honestly, I've gotten some very good deals. So we could see people posting things that they just don't know what they want on there, but I could see it being sniped instantly. And I think one thing that really killed this for me was the ability to ship. Now, when I go to Goodwill, only and I've talked about this in this video already, but only people in the region can go there. They have to go there, they have to dig through the stuff and find what they want. You don't have to do that. It kind of makes it irrelevant to go to Goodwill. If I could sit on my couch and buy that game that I bought last week, some random PlayStation 2 game for $5 instead of $4 and driving up there, it might be worth my time. But what does that mean for the stores? I think this is where it could really impact Goodwill. If those stores aren't open and people aren't going into them, instead they're staying online, they may not need them, which means they're not open. And if they're not open, they aren't accepting donations. And we all know that that is how Goodwill stays afloat. People bring in their crap, or what they perceive as crap, and donate it and get some tax write-offs, and then Goodwill goes through it and sorts it and puts it on their shelves or in the bins, and people have the opportunity to purchase it. So I think this could be a very, very bad thing for Goodwill and for us, the consumers who go to Goodwills looking for deals or looking for things to flip or whatever you want to call it. People going to Goodwill, whether it's deals, people who can't even afford it at all, or people trying to make a buck. I think that's who this is really, really going to hurt, because Goodwill is going to assume, hey, this is worth money, and they're just going to put it on OfferUp, and then maybe their stores are going to dwindle, and then their donation stores are going to dwindle, and then we're just going to see it go away. And that's something I am very fearful of. I go to Goodwill all the time and I love spending time there. I love finding cool things. I love talking to cool people that work there and all that stuff. And so I am very afraid that Goodwill could go the wayside and we just don't have something like this across the country. So with that being said, I want to know what you guys think. Comment down below and let me know what you think of Goodwill and OfferUp teaming together. If you think it's a good idea, bad idea, whatever you think, comment down below and we'll have a conversation. With that being said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification because it lets you know when I post more videos. But one more time, I want to say thank you so much. Make sure you have a good day.